Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Boom Shaka and I welcome you to my channel, to my videos, and I appreciate all the love that you guys have been sending my way through your messages, through your comments. I really appreciate it. So keep them coming, please. In this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about a question that someone asked me. I think it was Cody Fulward. Anyways, he asked me, a lot of the qualities that INFJs have seem like they're the qualities of an empath. And so, how can you tell the difference between an empath and an INFJ? And I think the confusion that is arising is because of the exclusivity of it. You're thinking that, all empaths cannot be INFJs and all INFJs cannot be empaths. The truth is, as I've said in the title, that all INFJs are empaths. So that's one of our qualities. As an INFJ, all INFJs are going to be empaths. It's just the way it is. That's one of our main qualities. That's one of the reasons why we hate ourselves so much, is because we can't take on the qualities of everyone else around us. We take on the emotions of everyone around us. We hold it within us. And we're always affected by everything that's going on around us, right? So we're very much empathic as an INFJ. But you have to be careful about not subscribing the same kind of qualities to all empaths. So all empaths are not INFJs. And I really want you guys to be careful about that, because you might imagine that all empaths, door slam. No, not all empaths door slam. Only INFJ empaths door slam, okay? So there are a lot of empathic people on this planet right now. There's a lot of amazing empathic light workers out there, right? Doesn't mean, though, that all of them are going to be INFJs. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of you guys are probably thinking, oh, but this applies to me, this applies to me. But then you're thinking, but then I'm not an INFJ. Well, not all INFJs have to be like that. A lot of the empathic qualities that I speak about, protecting your heart field, being an introvert, wanting to run away from people, all of those are empathic qualities that INFJs obviously have, but a lot of empaths have as well. So if you're an INFP, you're going to have these same qualities. If you're an INTJ, you might have these same qualities, right? So it kind of makes a lot of you guys worry, because you're like, well, I thought INFJs were really rare. Don't worry about that stuff, first of all. Don't worry about if INFJs are rare or not, if they're glorified or not. That's not our prerogative. That's not something that we need to worry about. Let other people do that shit. That's what people like to do. They like to specialize themselves, make them special, make them unique, blah, blah. We don't need to do that. We already know who we are, right? But I want you guys to be careful about the fact that not all empaths are going to be INFJs, right? Now, a lot of them might be INFJs, but not all of them are going to be INFJs. So when you guys get confused between the qualities of an empath versus the qualities of an INFJ, just be careful to make that distinction between the two, right? Just be really careful to make that distinction, because I just want you guys to be careful, because I know what happens with INFJs. We have this tendency to overanalyze everything. We'll just be sitting there and all of a sudden this thought will pop up in our head. We're like, oh my God. And then we analyze and we overanalyze, we overanalyze for the rest of eternity. And then we confuse ourselves and we tire ourselves out and we get exhausted by it and we hate ourselves, and the cycle repeats itself over and over and over again. So whoever asked me this question, I think it was Cody. Thank you for the question. Really great question. But I want you guys, want you specifically, because you asked this question, to be careful about kind of putting all these people into one box. There's not one box for everyone. Even in an INFJ, all INFJs are not the same, right? So there are going to be a lot of INFJs out there who are going to be not as empathic as other INFJs, or they're not going to be as introverted as other INFJs. I'm a very much extrovert INFJ. You guys can tell. I am not as introverted as most other people are. I only need a couple of hours every single day, and then I can go out and be around people all day long. It's totally fine with me. I can handle it, right? I built it up this way because I know that I have to. I wasn't always like this. I was very much an introvert when I was younger. So it did change as time went on, right? If you notice the light go off and on behind me, electricity goes out here, like the power goes out like twice a day, in the morning and the evening when they change generators, because we're not connected to the main line. So the light goes off for a few seconds and it comes back on again. I'm used to it, but I want to explain it just in case you guys are wondering. No ghosts, just normal. So just be careful with that kind of stuff. Like, I really want you guys to, whenever you're kind of looking at all this information online, even with my own stuff, when I'm talking to you guys, just be very critical with it. Does it make sense for you? a lot of this stuff, when you're going to listen to it, it's going to make sense for you, which is great. I'm really happy for that. I'm glad that I'm speaking to you, that I'm making you feel less alone. But some of it, you're going to be like, no, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't jive for me. It's not the way I am. That's awesome. That's more learning for you guys. And that's what the whole point of all of this is. The reason I'm doing all these videos is for you guys to learn more and more and more about yourself. That's the whole point of it. That's the only point of it, really. The more you know about yourself, the more you're going to be able to move around the world and realize what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So when you meet an empath who's not an INFJ, you know, okay, this is who you are, this is how it works. You can kind of put them into certain boxes and be able to deal with them a little bit better. You'll know how they want to be treated. You'll know how they want to be spoken to. You'll know a lot more about them just because of the information, of the data that we're gathering as INFJs all the time. Right? So this is just one more piece of the data for you guys to collect. Might make sense to you, might not make sense to you, but just think of it all as just data. It's all just data you're collecting in order to become more privy to what's going on inside here and inside your spirit. A lot of times we're so confused by ourselves. One of the main things that confuses me all the time is the way I behave in this world. Sometimes it makes a lot of sense to me, sometimes it doesn't make any sense at all. I'm thinking to myself, if I can't understand myself, how is anyone else going to understand me, right? Really, that's actually the basic truth of it. That's why I don't think I can get into a relationship yet, because I confuse myself all the time. And if I confuse myself, how am I going to explain to my partner, this is how I behave, this is what I do, this is how I am, kind of thing. How am I going to explain it to them? I can't. It's really impossible, right? So that's one of the things I really wanted to kind of portray to you guys, is that all of this is just data. Don't overanalyze everything. I know this is like saying to an INFJ, don't be an INFJ. But really try very hard not to overanalyze every little thing that comes at you. Don't worry about if all empaths are INFJs or all INFJs are empaths or not. How do you feel about it? How are you in relation to everything that's going on in the world? What are you all about? That's the only thing that really matters. Stop worrying about everyone else and just figure out yourself, right? Just figure out who you are. And that's where the real magic is going to happen. When you can figure out who you are and how you deal with the world, that's when you're going to be able to change the world. Because only the people who know themselves well are the ones who can change the world around them. That's the first step in anything that you want to do as an INFJ. You need to learn about yourself. You need to know yourself really, really well. And as soon as you're able to get to that point, or get close to that point, because you're never going to know yourself completely, no matter how much you know yourself, you're never going to know yourself completely. But the closer you get to that, the closer you will be able to, do the work that you're here to do. Because you're going to know, okay, I love doing this. This is what I really want to do. If I just take my own example, like for the longest time, I did not know what I wanted to do with my life. I meandered from here to there. I did this, I did that. I had no idea, but the more I learned about myself, the more I realized that I like teaching people. I like talking about my ideas, and I like doing it in a video format. The more videos I did, the happier I become. I get this sense of joy by doing this stuff. Like, it really just energizes me. You will notice that if you know me at all, after I do these videos, I'm literally like bursting with joy. I can't keep it within myself, right? And I figured this out just randomly. I did one video as a video application for a job, and just by doing that video, it was just a very simple 1-minute video telling them why they should hire me, right? Random video 2 years ago, and I realized how much, it was just a random one, like it was really nothing, right? But I got so much happiness out of it. Literally, I was like bursting with joy. I had to go outside and go for a run because I was just so energized by it. And I noticed myself like that, and I thought to myself, what's going on here? Why does this matter so much to me? Why do I like it so much? And so I started doing more and more and more videos just to kind of test it out. I didn't put them out there. I just did it for myself. And I realized that I love it. I really, really, really love it. And that's where this whole journey began, right? But it wouldn't have happened if I didn't know myself, if I didn't learn about myself, right? And so I really want you guys to start doing that as well. It's your prerogative. No one else is going to know you as much as you know yourself, and no one else is going to care. You need to learn more and more about yourself, and then teach other people about yourself, or just use it in order to be your best version of yourself in this world, right? Just be the best INFJ that you possibly can, or INFP, or whoever you are, okay? All right, best human, if that's the way I can put it, yeah? Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being on my channel. I really, really, really appreciate it. I really love getting messages from you guys. I love hearing from you guys. I love the comments that you put down. I love the fact that you guys are supporting each other and answering each other's questions. That's the kind of community, the kind of loving, accepting community that I want to create. And I'm so grateful that you guys are helping me do that. Okay? Again, thank you so much, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.